What's up, guys? Zeus here with another video. Quick reminder that if you do like what you're watching, don't forget to like and comment on the video and press that subscribe button if you want to see more of me and my content. Now, as you can see, I am playing with my clan TVC, and we are going up against the new hunter Breaking Wheel. Freddy Pooh decided to, pull the new skin in 60 essences, so we decided, alright, bet we're going to scrim this man, and we're going to see what we can do to counter him, so that way when we do end up eventually facing him in ranked, we're not caught by surprise. Now, first things first, when it comes to this hunter has about 6 different abilities, so he is a very meaty hunter. Now, obviously, one of his first abilities is being able to transform into his ball, another one being able to throw traps. Then after that, it's his extension of his picks when he's in ball form. Then there's his, what I like to call, it's an anime reference, planetary devastation, which is pretty much when you have a pick, he pulls the picks inside you, and then it causes it to implode and take damage. And then his final one is the pick scatter, where he scatters picks around in a radius towards the survivors who are within 12 meters. Now, this section of the video that you just saw, that was my kite, so that was like the first time I actually had to kite Breaking Wheel, and I just wanted to talk on that. As you saw, my idea with Breaking Wheel was to treat him exactly like a Percy, because that's the way I saw him when he came out. You don't feed him early game, and then he can't have a late game. You have to early rotate, and you need to make sure that you loop around windows and you loop around the walls or pallets or anything, because Breaking Wheel's velocity is his own downfall. Breaking Wheel moves so fast to the point where he can't directly enter certain areas without him crashing into a different object to slow down. You have to use his velocity and momentum against him. And that's what I was doing in that first kite, and that's what, as you can see, Alonso is currently doing in this kite right now. He's just looping this area, and because Breaking Wheel, he's not going to be able to enter ball form. Fred now enters ball form, but that's to, go to an entirely new target. And look at that. He rotated over to the Merc, and then he had to get out of ball form because it was so tight for him to move around so he can hit him with the picks that he wasn't able to. So it's like, Breaking Wheel, as broken as he looks, he's not that scary once you know his weaknesses and once you know what to do against him. As you saw in my kite, when anytime he entered in ball form, I just made sure to vault windows. I just made sure to loop the windows, because then after that, it would take way too long for him to come over to me. And as you can see, we're also making sure to not give any chances of feed. We're making sure that we don't give any chances of feed at all. We're treating this like a Wu Chang, because Breaking Wheel, like a Wu Chang and Feaster, he is a snowball hunter. He can have a shit early game, but if you give him that presence and you start making mistakes, then he'll capitalize on every single one of those mistakes and instantly start ruining everyone's shit. So that's the main takeaways I want to give out with Breaking Wheel, that you gotta make sure that you do not feed this hunter at all and make mistakes, pretty much. Obviously, a mistake or two will happen, but you need to make sure that those mistakes stay at bare minimum, because once you start feeding this man and he starts going, that's when shit hits the fan. And once shit starts hitting the fan, that's when you're gonna start losing against this hunter. Because all in all, he still is a very strong hunter. Do I think he needs a nerf? No. I think he is perfectly balanced the way he is, because he's meant for late game. He's meant for late game scenarios where, like, oh, you don't know what to do. Oh, he's meant for that. So now I want to speak on what his ball form can and can't go through. Now, his ball form, he's immune to everything. Like, he's literally immune to anything, and it's crazy. I like that about him. His ball form is immune to anything. His ball form? Sorry, guys. His ball form, it can go over acrobat balls. It ignores forward stuns, cord, guns, magnets, enchantress stacks. It ignores everything about that, and I like it. It gives him immunity. So, like, that's where I see the Percy aspect of him. That's where I see the Percy aspect. But in regular form, in regular form, all he has are those traps. And the traps can be very good because you're gonna see right here, the traps can be used to counter harassment. Like, look, you see the wildling ran into the trap, got slowed down, and he couldn't harass. So now Fred, he was able to pick up the aggro and now chair him. And now we're in a type shit situation because, you know, he's getting presents. So now he can start sacking, because now he has that ability where his needles can extend, which you'll see in about 3, 2, 1. No, he hopped out of both one here. But now there's that ability where his needles can extend, which means now if he gets 2 needles on me and he hits me, I'm going down instantly. And right here, I got hit. I let him disrespect my palette, so props to you, Fredbear. But, you know, the match is still going. But look at a count at the Cypher progress, guys. We have, if I'm not wrong, that says we are at 1 Cypher remaining, and he just got his first person on chair. And you want to know why this is the case? Because we were rotating and we were making sure not to feed him early game. It's like I said, this hunter needs an early game in order to have a late game, as well as Percy, as well as Wu Chang, as well as any other excuse me, hiccup, as well as any other snowball hunter that exists. And that's what I want to get the main point across, because I know people are going to have trouble kiting him when he first comes into rank, and I know people are going to have problems with playing him as the hunter when he first comes into rank and when he comes out this Wednesday. But I want to say that for kiting up against a breaking wheel, you need to make sure that you don't feed him any unnecessary presence, especially if he doesn't have insolence, because if the breaking wheel has insolence, you just need to drag out how much presence you're going to feed him. But if he doesn't have insolence, then you need to make sure that you don't feed him that presence, because if you feed him that presence, that's when everything is going to go to shit. That's when you're going to start, you know, taking unnecessary damage. That's when you're going to start getting scuffed. That's when he's going to start dominating. Now, as for playing Breaking Wheel, I have not personally gotten into experience playing Breaking Wheel because I don't have the limited skin. Fred is the only person that you can actually like speak to on playing Breaking Wheel. And yeah, oh my god, I said it again. But here's another example. Look, he has wanted on me. I wait for him to come over, and then I just vault the window, and that's it. He can't do anything. I'm out of range for the distance picks. I'm out of range for his needles, and I can just get the rescue. And it's that simple. You see, his velocity is his downfall. He moves so fast that he has problems going through tight corners. And look at that. He does get the picks on me, but the acrobat is already far enough to the point where he can't even commit. He has to come to me. Now here, I don't know what happened with Fred. I think maybe he spiked or something. His ping was his dog. But it's just like, he can't do anything. Now here, he hits me, and now I'm 0.5. Like, I'm damaged to anything. I'm chip damage. You know? All that fun stuff. But look at the position that Fred is in now, because we early game rotated the literal dog shit out of him. Like, we made sure to not feed him anything unnecessary. And now, despite him being a fully fed broken wheel, it's not like that matters, because the Cypher Rush was so strong that he can't do anything with these abilities unless one of us majorly fucked up. But as you can tell, none of us majorly fucked up. Like, we made sure not to make any mistakes here. Now here he comes, and I'm not risking him abnormal my Cypher because I had to pay, so I said, alright, fuck it, I'm gonna pop the Cypher. And then from here, you know, it's just an end game kite. It's just, you know, typical shit, you know. I believe we got a 3-man. Yeah. Now, quick little things for Breaking Wheel. If you main Wildling, I hate to break it to you, but this man counters you hard. If you guys saw that clip earlier with our Wildling, you know, you saw that before the Wildling got on his board, he just said Planetary Devastation, and then, you know, the board died. Board died. But yeah. Anyways, Fred, shout out to you for, you know, letting me use this gameplay, since you were the hunter and you should have done it beforehand. But a link to Fred's channel will be in the description below, so for any of you guys that like my content, you guys will surely love Fred's content. You know, one of our hunters, you know, great man, great boy. Love you, Fredbear. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something from this. I'm Zeus, and I'm out.